Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Thursday afternoon, April 9th. We're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And I'll tell you what, the bulls, after taking back everything they lost from Tuesday, gap higher today, shoot straight up, basically get into that other void. We close at a very, very visual point around the 278 level, which was the trend line from basically 11 years ago, from March of 09 through now. We're right on top of it. We got above it today. We're right back at it. That's a very important level for me. Volume, we're one time framing up 3 weeks in the weekly, but you're going to see how the volume has been drying up. It is only one part of the equation, but it's still one. The daily is one time framing up 6 days again. And this time we did get some distance away from the previous 2 days. So the jury's still out if this market's tight or wants to go higher. I had a good day today. It was a very busy day. I had a very successful transformation of basically the people in my Slack room over to the new Discord channel. I am going to do a video most likely Monday morning, setting everything up that I would like to do and inviting people from my YouTube subscribers and Twitter followers and whoever else that I put it out to come join me. It looks like it's going to be a really cool thing to do. It went very well today, actually. But I had a decent day trading. So we opened, right? I said we're in no man's land. And for me, we were. We took out the pre-market high and shot up. However, we shot up on such poor structure in A period that each time we shot up, we were leaving really poor structure behind. So I just took literally 5 and 10 contract scalps in A period. I would take 5, it'd come in 20 cents. I'd take 5, came in 20 cents. So it was, I did it 3 times. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money on it, but it worked out nicely. It adds up. So I did that in A period. C period. So we traded back and forth for the open in A, back and forth for the open in B. We had an inside bar in B. We had an inside one in C. However, in C period, when we opened, we left horrible structure up top. So even though it was an inside bar, when we came in, I was like, there's no doubt we're going to repair that structure. I went long, and lo and behold, we did that, and I got out. That's all I wanted to do it for. The odds of that structure being repaired are pretty good during those time frames. So I took a long in C. Now D. Soon as D took out C's low, got on the short train. Pushed it down, took some off at the opening. Soon as I saw that we weren't getting the acceleration to take out the day's low and got back to the opening, I got out of the rest of the trade. Then in G period. So now we were 5 for 5 wide down here. Then F never lowered it. We became 6 for 6 wide. G and I did 2 pretty weird things today. G took out the bottom, shot up to a high. I faded it. By that time, we're 7 for 7 wide. We were already up. Whatever we were up, I'm not even sure what it was percentage-wise. After being up yesterday, I was like, unless we have single prints, I'm going to short this. And that's what I did in G. G's high. Took it right back to, a little bit below A and B. I did the same thing. The only thing is I was busy, so I would have been a beautiful trade. I popped G and H's high and then poured in. So it would have been a nice trade. I was busy doing things. I did not do anything. And then I took 2 more trades, both longs. I took a long in J period when we got down around the opening, held, back up. And then again in K, I actually added once or twice, but I did not like how the price action was going. So finally, the rest of that I got out once we got above the opening one more time. Here's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, and I still had those battle scars from Tuesday when we filled the 700-point gap, reversed, and flushed out. And we ended up kind of doing that today, but not with the same severity. And we came back. We did fill the gap. But the difference today, Tuesday we never could get above the opening. We had an afternoon rally high. Tuesday we were only 7 wide. Here, and again, not that I stayed long. I did not go long down here. Not at all. I did another long in No, the last trade I did was K. I wasn't going to take that chance again, but the difference today was we were already 9 wide, and the opening was down here back and forth. So I thought, yeah, maybe we could do the same thing Tuesday, but there was some subtle differences. And then M period did its own thing. Actually, M did what it used to do about a month or so ago, right? We one time frame down from the high, right? I, J, K, L, still one time framing down, even though it's an inside bar. Now, in the past, if M stopped that, you would never look back and go straight up. Now, it didn't run away by any means. We didn't even get back to POC. We only ended 9 wide. However, it didn't do what it's been doing in the past where we took out L's high and then go out and take out L's low and go out with a price probe. So that was one difference. It was very muted today. Another thing, even though we kept pushing down, there was no way. Now, I know the POC was lowered. The SPY could not be lowered. There's just no way it could be lowered. So the POC cannot be lowered, and value, again, was higher all day. So that was the kind of the subtle differences from Tuesday. But again, kudos to the bulls. The volume today, 176 million, better than yesterday's. But still the after hours, so we'll do about 185. I think we did 150 something yesterday. So definitely better than yesterday, but still below the average. All right. Destinations now for Monday. So 279.21. We closed at 278.20. We closed almost right on that trend line. 279.21, 9 wide. That's F's low. Then we have 281.20, which is now another weekly high. Then above that, we have 281.94 daily high. That was the other void we were talking about. We almost got to it. Then above that, we have 288.52 weekly high and filling the gap at 290.23. 171 point gap from March 9th. For the downside, we have today's low of 275.47. Then we filled the gap, and we dipped into the price probe from yesterday, but it held. 274.41, L's high is the base of the price probe. 272.73, the price spike, G's high. Single prints from yesterday, 270.05, get filled at 269. And then 265.56 daily low, 264.89 daily low. Now let's go to the charts. Okay, monthly. So here's the line I'm talking about, right? From the low of 2009 to today, we tested it one time in December of 18. We've gotten below it, right? Both in March and April, we're below it right now. However, we poked our head above it. And it's basically 278 is almost exactly half back from 339 and change to 218? 218.26, right? 121. $60.50. That's 278 and change. I mean, I don't, I'm exacting kills. So I just rounded out to 278. Exactly half back. And when you see on the daily, I think it took 22 days to go down 120. I think it's taken 13 days to go up 60. It's absolutely mind-numbing, the range we've had down and up in this time frame. So right at the trend line, important. Weekly. Not only are we one time framing up 3 weeks now, but we got distance away from these last 3 weeks highs. So it's still positive for the bulls. Right? I finally fixed this. This is how the weekly chart should look for this week. So it is positive, right? So, again, the bulls have the ball in their court. If they want to keep going higher, right now, the only thing stopping them is that trend line that we closed right at. Here's the daily, right? That 271 was like my line in the sand, right? I'm taking that out now. Basically, to me, we're above it. We're one time framing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 days. And this is how how what a trend is doing. One time framed up 2 days, but it was a 3-day bounce. We were getting no distance until boom, huge gap to the upside. Boom, huge gap to the upside. We're getting distance. The trend is still young. Yesterday, even though we gave everything back on Tuesday, took it all back yesterday. 2-day balance. Gap higher again. Yes, we filled the gap. However, we got distance away from the previous 2 days. That's impressive. That certainly is impressive. So right now, 278 is really a magical number for me because on the monthly, it's below the trend line or right at the trend line. If the bulls are able to get above that level, well, then I'm telling you, you're going to see, right? Let's go back to the weekly. What's the ones I've talked about? 287, right? My magical number from January of 18. How many, I'm not going to go over it now, but if we get back to there, I'll go over it, the history we've had with it. So if we get accepted above 278, 287 is going to be a huge factor. And then 290 level. Right now, the 50-day is around 290.50. In fact, by the time we get to 287, it might be right around the same price. So that would be a really interesting level next. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great week. Have a happy Easter, happy Passover. Be safe. We'll speak prior to the opening on Monday, and I hope you guys look forward to my new channel. Have a great night, everybody.